Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It feels so nice to be back. But today I'm going to actually be working on a new custom design template with the new update that came in March. We now have the ability to design on umbrellas. So as you can see here, I've made a crate of roses design using the umbrella template, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it today. It looks really hard, but I promise it's not. So we're going to open up this umbrella template, make sure we start off with a blank slate by removing the guidelines. And then what I'm doing is I just selected a palette that has all of the brown so that I can just go ahead and use those colors immediately. And then I'm basically just working in sections. As you can see, I sectioned off the bottom portion and then the top portion where the flowers are going to go. So now I'm just using the brown to make a couple more guidelines on the umbrella. And I'm also using darker colors to make sure I'm getting those shadows right on the crate. So towards the bottom and then towards the back is where I'm adding some of those brown lines. As you can see, the umbrella template is sectioned off into 6 different squares, and because of this, it lets us sort of create 3D objects. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen so many amazing creators making different designs using these umbrellas, from dog houses, crates of other things, like fruit and vegetables, and now roses. This is something that my friend Casey, who is my friend over on Animal Crossing Twitter, gave me the idea to do. So I asked for suggestions over on Twitter for some custom designs, and she DM'd me and told me I should make a crate of flowers and ivy. So that's what I did. And what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a bunch of different lines for the wood grain for the actual box. So and what I'm doing here, I left this in, is because I'm erasing some of the areas on this design, and it's because there were way too many vertical lines, and that's not what we want at all. We want to make sure all the wood grain is going the same way, so I basically just went ahead and erased it, and in a second I'm going to check in my house and actually display it to see what it looks like to make sure it's looking right. So as you can see there, you can sort of see the shape that the umbrella is taking to make it look more of a 3D object and like a box. So here I am, I'm just redoing the grains, and basically that's what I'm going to be doing. There's no real rhyme or reason to where I'm putting each of these pixels, but I'm basically just referencing the preview on the left to make sure everything's looking good and natural. So that's what's happening here. But yeah, nowhere specific you need to put the pixels, just as long as you think it looks nice. Just make sure everything's looking uniform and natural, and just like how a wood grain would look. So now what I'm doing is I'm going in with a darker brown and sort of just going over those areas where I feel like the grain would look a little bit darker. So anywhere where I have sort of like long lines of that first brown color, I'm sort of just going in and adding that dark brown. And I think that makes it look a little bit better. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other side, but I also went ahead and made another green color on the palette, so that in a second we can go ahead and start making the flowers. And with the flowers, I just went ahead and took these pink colors and used the circle stamp that comes in the Pro Designer, and just started, sort of mapping out where I want my roses to be. And I did use 3 different shades of this pink color, and that's just to give it a little bit more dimension, because not every single rose is going to be the exact same color. So I'm just going in as well and putting in some shadows towards the back of the grate, because it's the back. I just want it to look like there is some sort of depth to this box, and that would be sort of like the back wall of the box. So I'm also just now going in and sort of adjusting the colors. Make them any color you want them to be. You don't have to, I say this all the time, you don't have to follow the exact colors that I'm using in my tutorial. Just make sure they're colors you like, and whatever you want to use on your island. Just personally, I just went ahead and started with pink. And now I'm just going to go ahead and start and add a little bit more dimension to the roses. There's also not really any rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm sort of just going in and making the roses look a little bit more, I guess, a little bit fuller, adding those sort of natural shadows to the rose, so you can sort of see the difference between one petal and the other. So that's basically what I'm going to go in and do now. And this part is where I'm going to start adding in a little bit more of that greenery with the hanging vines and, leaves and all the good parts of these flowers. So I kind of wanted to have all of these tiny little leaves hanging off the side of the crate. So that's sort of what I'm trying to do here. I just want it to look pretty. So that's basically what I was looking for whenever I was looking at the preview on the left side. Does it look natural? Like it's actually hanging off of the crate? And does it look good? So I don't want a line that's like completely vertical. So I sort of started using these diagonal lines and making it look, like they're being pulled down by gravity. So that's what I'm doing. I also went ahead and added in some of the lighter green. You just want to make sure you're using different types of colors on your design to give that dimension, like I said before, and just making it look a little bit more interesting. When something or a design just has like 2 solid colors or 3 solid colors, it sort of looks two-dimensional, but adding in these shadows, these highlights, makes the design look better overall. And then I'm going in and adding a couple of highlights to the leaves so that you can see the middle, and it looks a little bit more natural. As I keep saying, that's basically the entire basis of flowers in this game. You want them to look as natural as possible, especially when you're making a design sort of like this. So then I'm also going underneath where my leaves and my roses are at and adding some shadows, just because that's where the shadows would be at in real life. And then I'm also going underneath that darker shadow and adding a lighter brown, and then I'm going to just adjust the colors a little bit to make it look a little bit better. And that's about it. I mean, you're just making sure that it looks good, and that's the final design right there. And yeah, here I am placing it down and sort of going in and adding in those final touches. But that's about it. I would say take your own, creative liberty with this design. You don't have to follow this exactly. It's sort of just like a guideline. But yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys make. If you guys follow this tutorial, please make sure to either tweet me, send me a DM on Instagram, on Twitter, leave a comment telling me what you made. I absolutely love when people let me know that they followed my tutorial. So make sure to let me know. And if you want to even leave your creator code in the comments, I'd love to look through all of your designs. And then here is a little area I made on my island to make sure, I actually had a place to use these. And there is a crate of roses. And then what I'm doing here is I'm just copying this pattern over, and then I'm going to go into change the design, and I'm just going to change the colors of the roses. Once you make one design, you just go in and change, the color palette of these different colors to make it a completely new one, a different variation. So what I'm doing is I'm changing my pink roses to purple roses, and I'm gonna make like 5 different designs out of this one design that I made. So it's as easy as that. It's such a time saver when you copy over a design and just change a few colors. So here I am just setting down the purple roses, and I'm just gonna go through and make some more. So I have a pink design uploaded, purple, red, blue, and then a sort of off-white. They can be considered like yellow or gold, but I made them to look a little bit whiter. And yeah, I'm just going in, changing the color variation, and that's an entirely new variation of this crate of roses, which is something that I love to do in the game. If you've seen my other custom design videos, I love I guess repurposing other designs that I've made to make new ones. So even if you don't want to do roses, you could do anything else. You just go in and change the colors, and it's a brand new design. And here we are with our final designs. I didn't make the blue variant in the video, but it is uploaded under my creator code. My creator code is going to be in the description as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial and you follow it. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I am getting back into it. I started a new job, so that's where I've been. But I had such an amazing time making these new designs using the new templates Nintendo gave us. I can't wait to make more. And I'm also going to be using other of the templates to make new tutorials, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye everyone.